Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. Today, we're discussing a model and a manufacture never tackled on this channel before. For the first time, we're discussing the Manufacture Royale 1770 Flying Tourbillon open-worked. Now, you may wonder, where did this watch come from? That's an interesting story that we're going to tackle after we cover the basics, starting with this fact. If you'd like to purchase this watch, you can do so on our website. Subscribe to our channel if you like these videos, and click on the card in the upper right-hand corner of the screen at any time during this video to see our full sales listing for this watch with accessories included in the sale, high-resolution images for detail, and of course complete pricing information. Now, the watch on my wrist represents the output of Manufacture Royale. Where is that? Well, they're actually in Vallorbe, Switzerland, and they're based on an ancestral name derived from a watch manufacturer created by the playwright, philosopher, and polymath Voltaire, Jean-Marie Arouet, during the second half of the 18th century. Realistically, this is a company that came about in 2010 as the manufacturer brand of movement specialist TEC Abausch of Vallorbe. So it is a true manufacturer, not just in name, but in fact. And the watch is a tribute to those who designed and assembled it, not in the 18th century, but in the modern day, and to the highest standard. Ergonomically, it's absolutely amazing. Now, why do I say that? Because on my 16-centimeter circumference wrist, this 43mm watch wears as though it's perhaps 38, maybe 39, maybe smaller. Here's the thing, it looks 43 if you regard the case, but when you consider the span of these incredibly spare lugs, the distance across the wrist is only 44mm. That's about what you get from a 36mm Rolex Datejust. So if you want a big, bold, and complicated watch, but you don't have a huge wrist, this is a fantastic option. You could wear this watch comfortably on a wrist as small as 13.5 centimeters in circumference. And the timepiece is fairly slim too, and that's remarkable considering what's inside, but it's 11.8mm thick, and it features a nice step and slope to the bezel and the case flank such that it will easily slide underneath the dress cuff. Also, because of the modularity of the case, there's a lot of empty space, there's a lot of air within the physical volume of this watch case, so it's not as hefty or some might even say burdensome as large complications are wont to be. And here's the other thing, can't believe I haven't mentioned it yet, but this watch is in stainless steel. That's right, a stainless steel 108-hour power reserve scale handmade flying tourbillon. Let's talk about the strap and the lugs. Now, the lugs are borne in modular fashion along the flanks of the case. Without actually articulating them, Manufacture Royale has accomplished much of what de Bethune accomplishes with its spring-loaded articulated lugs, namely to separate the structure of the lug from the case, so you can have that big, bold case and bezel, and have very tapered, compact lugs to fit smaller wrists. The strap is seamless in that it features no stitch, and it also features a very thin, tucked, and minimalist profile. There is no bolstering here. It's a rich royal blue or navy blue with small-scale alligator leather, and on the underside, smaller-scale alligator leather. Very durable. This is a lot of added value. Calfskin often is the limiting factor in strap life, the underside wearing so much more rapidly than the alligator on the top. Here, by using a softer, smaller-scale gaiter, you have a double-sided gaiter that is destined to wear long and give value. Moreover, you have curved spring bars that nicely trace the arc of the case, and because of the overhanging lip of the bezel, creates an almost perfectly integrated look with very little daylight showing between strap and case. Impressive in every respect, it's matched by a traditional, low-profile, easily adjusted, polished spade-style pin buckle. Again, all of this finery of design, engineering, and artisanal execution lavished on a steel watch, all of high polish, very impressive. The watch is effectively all case, as the lugs blend away almost to an infinitesimal level when viewed head-on. Now, the dial is what's known as the open-worked. There is a solid dial version. This one's a little bit more revealing for those who like to be able to see the inside of their movement. You can see the barrel, you can see the keyless works, and of course, in all versions, you can see that spectacular flying tourbillon. And it is a flying tourbillon. There is no upper bridge. It pivots on its bearings on the bottom, allowing it to be completely unobscured to the viewer from the top. Now, the finish is excellent. The beat rate is 21,600, so it has a traditional beat rate and a slow cadence when you hold it up to the ear, but it also is very vocal. You can hear it from arm's length in a quiet room. And it's not just the sound, but the sight of this tourbillon. Beneath the top of the cage, you can see the iridescent blue-purple of a completely silicone, unlubricated escapement. That's impressive technology and execution for a relatively small brand. Now, turn the watch over, and there is no cost cutting, no corner cutting. The anglage is rich and broad, like a Credor H or H2, Philippe Dufour, or older Roger Dubuis. The arcs of the anglage at the edge of each bridge are broad and beautifully rounded and mirror shiny. This is not executed with a machine. This is done painstakingly by hand. Again, all of this for a watch made of stainless steel. Now, it also has a 108-hour power reserve, which is extraordinarily long, considering the watch isn't excessively large and the actual case containing the movement is smaller than the watch by a significant margin. Remarkably compact, that extreme power reserve is matched by a power reserve scale complication on the dial. Finally, a rich metallic royal blue contrasts beautifully with the matte metallic and grained metallic finish of the dial, the race of the what one might call the inner dial, as well as the power reserve scale and the oversized faceted broadsword hands. Manufacture Royale, an old name recently restarted, but my goodness, have they gotten a running start. Hugely impressive. You can see and you can purchase this watch on our website.